saw this with our own eyes, an object the like of which we had never seen before. A frightening, strange shape descending from outer space with relentless purpose. Where did it come from? And what did it want of us?
Hello! It's an aircraft, all right, but like nothing I've ever seen before. Hello! What do you mean? Hello! It's like something from another planet.
Do not try to follow me. You cannot get help. Around this house, I've drawn an invisible wall through which no one may pass.
Here is a news reporter with a world-shattering story. A girl trying to escape from her past. The scientist trapped in spite of his knowledge. And here also is the barmaid, hiding a murderer's secret. Murderer with a life already forfeit. And introducing the devil girl from Mars herself.
Get back or I'm fired.
You fool.
Get back! Shoot, man, shoot!
We know what Darth Vader would have looked like if she were a woman. Okay, The Conquest of Space, 1955. This is a great epic Mars film, and, you know, go out and rent it. It's really cool. Or go out and own it, like I do.
This is a story of tomorrow, or the day after tomorrow, when men have built a station in space constructed in the form of a great wheel and set 1,000 miles out from the Earth. Fixed by gravity and turning about the world every 2 hours, serving a double purpose, an observation post in the heavens and a place where a spaceship can be assembled and then launched to explore other planets and the vast universe itself in the last and greatest adventure of mankind, a plunge toward the conquest of space.
3 years after this film was released, the space age arrived with the launch of Sputnik. The 1960s had an explosion in science fiction films pertaining to Mars. We were in the middle of Mercury, Gemini, and Apollo landing on the moon. And the first film was Nebo Zovyot, which is a Russian film called The Sky is Calling. This actually got picked up in the United States, recut into a film by Francis Ford Coppola and Roger Corman, but we'll see that in a bit. The Angry Red Planet, everybody always remembers. That's one of my favorite films. Assignment Outer Space from Italy, A Martian in Paris from France, Battle of the World from Italy, and Operation Vega, again from Italy. Here's a look at Angry Red Planet in Cinemagic.
Is there life on Mars? For centuries we have wondered. Now, for the first time, through the new photographic miracle of Cinemagic, you will see the wonders of this strange and terrifying world when you see the Angry Red Planet. Join this daring crew, the first in the scientific race between nations to attempt to land on Mars.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fire!
Blast off from Earth with courageous astronauts Gerald Moore, Nora Hayden, Les Tremaine, Jack Kruschen. Travel thousands of miles through space to the unknown. Cinemagic is not being shown to you now, but this wild land comes alive in Cinemagic. You'll see buildings miles high in Cinemagic. Journey to the center of sudden terror in Cinemagic. Be trapped by the tentacles of man-devouring plants in Cinemagic. Feel the fire-hot breath of a 40-foot monster as it reaches for you in Cinemagic. Your eyes will see the wonders of a world no eyes in this world have ever seen before.
I wonder, will we ever get back to Earth?
Okay, the more films in the 1960s weren't exactly as inspirational like this, like the Three Stooges in Orbit. The Day Mars Invaded the Earth is basically a travel log for an estate in Bel Air, California. So you can avoid that if you want. Battle Beyond the Sun was Nobo Zoviot repackaged by Roger Corman and Francis Ford Coppola. My Favorite Martian became a TV series and ran for 2 seasons, and everybody knew that Martians had antennas now that were retractable. The Wizard of Mars is the Wizard of Oz told on Mars, and it's an interesting look. You should see it once. And speaking of seeing it once, Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. So here's a look, first of all, at a clip from Three Stooges in Orbit.
A lake. Full speed on the choppers.
We haven't gone underwater yet. Let's try the submarine pit.
You lame brain, you saw what happened with sand in the distributor. What do you think will happen with water in the carburetor?
So what could possibly happen?
You could possibly get a busted skull.
All right, all right.
We're flying!
We are flying!
Hey, we're there!
Oh, blue water! Blue water! Come on, the land of high blue water!
Now remember, keep your cutting, picking fingers off that orbit button.
What do you think, I'm dumb?
I don't think I know.
Well, I don't think you know either.
The Forbidden Planet props.
Your toga! Your buckets!
Okay, there's a look at Santa Claus Conquers the Martians.
Santa sets up a fantastic automatic toy factory on Mars. The Martian leader battles the wicked Voldar in a desperate effort to save Santa, the wise man of Mars. 900 years old. The Battle of the Toys, when Martian kids and Earth kids join Santa to battle the bad guys of Mars. For real space-age fun, you'll be out of this world when Santa Claus Conquers the Martians.
If you shop around on eBay, you can find a 3D version of it, but it'll give you a big headache. Okay, yes, an Annette Funicello film is a Mars film. Pajama Party was nicknamed The Maid in the Martian. Tommy Kirk plays a Martian come down as a vanguard of an invading force and falls in love and kind of forgets all that. In Italy and Spain, we had the 12-Handed Men of Mars. I haven't been able to get a copy of this. From Japan, we've got Ghidra, the three-headed monster. And of course, 1964, the year before Mariner flew past Mars, was Robinson Crusoe on Mars. We'll take a look at that. Frankenstein Meets the Space Monster from USA, which was all filmed in Puerto Rico. And from Mexico, Santos versus the Martian Invasion, which is a wrestler movie doing battle with the evil people from Mars. So here's Robinson Crusoe on Mars. Again, one of my favorites.
All the heart-pounding suspense of this first two-man space probe, traveling more than 71 million astromiles toward Mars. Here are all the unexpected terrors of outer space.
Unidentified flying mass. Dead ahead. Collision course. Fire main retros. Firing main retros. Mars gravity's taking over, pulling us down. Prepare to eject. Emergency procedure. Blast off when you're ready.
The scorching surface of the fire swamp that is Mars. A world no man has ever seen, and now one man must explore alone. A temporary home is found. How long can a man stay alive?
Now, my two most difficult problems are air and water. I have, with what's left in my tank and one reserve cylinder, enough oxygen for, about 60 hours. Of course, once my air gives out, water won't matter.
No air to breathe, but suddenly an unexpected source of oxygen. The life-giving miracle of the yellow stones that burn like coal. Here is a modern Robinson Crusoe struggling for survival in a cruel environment. Finding water. Discovering a source of nourishment. But unable to lick the most terrifying problem of all.
You've got to face the reality of being alone forever.
The devastating laser beams with which spacemen from the constellation Orion excavate the rare minerals of Mars. The escaping slave worker who becomes a modern man Friday. The storm of burning ashes whose fury descends on Mars. The polar ice cap and the wild surface storms that cover the planet with freezing cold. The holocaust of searing hell when Mars and a flaming asteroid collide and turn the ice cap into molten lava. The violent celestial bombardment of Mars by attacking humanoids from another galaxy.
Except for the burning sands, that was actually true until the next year when Mariner 4 flew past Mars. I got a phone call one day. The guy said, "You got to publish the Mars Movie Guide?" And I said, "Yep. I'm Victor London. Do you know who I am?" "Yeah, you're Friday from Robinson Crusoe on Mars." And it turns out that we're actually in the process of working on a sequel movie to Robinson Crusoe on Mars. He's taken a story idea of mine and is running with it, so we'll see what happens. Both he and Paul Manatee are still alive, so we'll see what happens.